They're like, oh, we're gonna Texas shit. That's nice. Nobody going to talk to me. That's cool. And we're gonna P test you anyway.
So where do you guys think everything's gonna go? Like just in regards to boiler making and in regards to working in the trades here in Canada.
It seems a lot of the skill is gone. That's for sure. By no means racist, but we're getting a lot of people that don't speak English anymore come to site, which in my opinion is super dangerous. Like I was a superintendent 2 years ago at Suncor.
Communication is the key.
And we told the guy to do a job, and he said, yes, boss, and you think he knows what he's doing. And then I see the guy has 3 poppets inside of a flange, and he's trying to spread it, but all the bolts are tight.
Yeah.
So I tell him to grab a wrench, and he grabs a hammer, and I say, no, the wrench, and he grabs the other poppet. And I say the wrench, like the wrench.
Le wrench.
And he didn't have a clue.
He said it in French.
Didn't have a clue what I was talking about, right? So,
bro, le wrench.
We live in a very diverse part of the world, so you accept it. But I feel like everyone should be on the same page for communication purposes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's true.
So
it's true.
But I hope we get back a little bit of our profit. Our area of expertise. I know we do some cool stuff, and we do some really cool crane work, and we have a lot of especially in 146, we got a lot of very experienced Inconel welders and alloy welders, and that's kind of what gives us the edge. We got a lot of professionals.
And I wish all those guys would share their knowledge and that sounds like a geeky whatever.
Well, it's something like that too. It's a repetitious sort of
Practice
thing, right?
Perfect.
Yeah, you got to be practicing.
And when I was at the hall doing my B pressure ticket, some of the people we consider the better welders of our hall, they would be there every day practicing. And it's not like they were doing it for a job. They just did it to keep their hand skills up. Yeah. And that's the reason why they are the best, is because they put in the time. Yeah. Some guys, they will get away. They'll, burn some joints in, and they'll get them in quick, and they won't have any fails. But it takes a lot of practice to be a good.
And if you don't use it, you lose it temporarily. I find. Well, I'm not a welder, but I mean with most things that I do, if you don't do it for a long time, it takes a lot longer to get back to where you were, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna talk about for our fellow welders or whatever. Fucking, I know it's a fucking pain in the ass. You always gotta be tested and all that stuff before a job. Yeah. I mean, being a fitter or a rigger, you just take this slip. I'll go there, make sure I'm clean, I'm good. And I feel like it's painful for those guys. But I mean, I don't know. Sometimes, if you're an actual good welder, because we got a lot of welders. Your guys are not all good. I'm gonna tell you right now, you guys, some of you guys suck. You shouldn't have a fucking stinger in here.
Well, I think some guys just don't get the practice in as well, or some guys might not even care, right? There's a lot of guys that don't care.
Some guys will never get their shot on that torch until they prove themselves too, right?
Yeah, that's the thing, you need that experience, and when you jump in, you don't know what the fuck you're doing, that can go bad, and then you look bad. Well, that's probably the part of your job that I saw, because fuck it.
I feel like the welders should make a little bit more money. Maybe even $1 an hour more per ticket if they got their stainless, their Inconel, their alloys. Because I know unless you're under supplied air, that stainless steel is killing people, man.
Yeah, it's true.
No filters we use blocks out all that crap. So why should a welder make the same amount of money as a rigger or a fitter if they're doing most of the hard work?
And we're working a lot in confined space, and sometimes you can't even pull that filter. You gotta wear that fucking paper mask, and somebody's gonna put that shield right in front of your face because you're welding right fucking there.
Well, how many times have you seen a guy make his own welding shield out of a piece of cardboard and tape an actual welding lens into it, and then he puts his face on the cardboard and welds, right?
Being a fitter, usually I fucking put the... I'm just put the tube together and just put the lens there. You good? Yeah, okay. Man, that's fucking painful.
Yeah.
And they breathe all that shit.
Yeah.
And at one job I was fucking they need to get paid more.
Yeah, I think they should. And you know what? It'd keep a lot of our guys happier, and it'd keep them working union instead of going to the other side of the fence, because let's face it, money talks, man. I'm not doing this for the glory. I'm not doing this for anything other than the paychecks that we're making.
Yeah.
Because right now, that's what I was saying, the other episode, I kind of want to do my welding course too, and like be a welder journeyman. But like, what's the point? What's the point right now? I'm gonna make the same money, and I'm gonna break my, I'm gonna break my health, my back more for the same money, and I'm gonna lose like 3 or 2 years of fucking.
Yeah.
Now you can get a little bit of extra work, like there's guys when they got all those Inconel tickets and they got every welding ticket in the book. Those guys are always working. And they say what's the difference between a TIG welder and a J welder? About $65,000 a year. So.
Touching on that too, like you'll have like these welders on site too, and they'll have like their stainless ticket and their TIG ticket or whatever. And then like they're stretched so thin, like every day everyone's fighting over them. They're moved all over.
Big
like,
time.
They're those guys should get foreman rate when you're like the only guy with a fucking stainless ticket and you're flat out every day because you're everywhere every day. And then when you're not welding, you're out pulling wrenches like everybody else, right? So
exactly. And those guys can actually pull a slip, do 3 days of weld testing, fail 2 joints or whatever, even a joint sometimes, and then not get the job.
Yeah.
So there's a lot on the line, man.
Or think of how many guys probably went and did their weld tests for these jobs.
Yeah.
For March or whatever, when all the shutdowns were supposed to start, did their weld test, came out here, and then canceled.
Bye.
Or even like I know the hall wanted a lot of people to sign the out of work list again, even though they were temporarily laid off. Excuse me. And they got to do their weld test again, their drug test again. So what a waste of resources and time for people, But
with the drug tests again, like what's going on there now with the social distancing and everything like that? Like how is that?
So actually, it's funny you say that because I talked to my Homewood Health guy the other day on the phone, and he was telling me what they do right now is when you go for your drug test, they'll take like an infrared heat device and they'll check you. If you got a fever, you refuse the drug test.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that's what they're doing. They're pretty much just taking that like little gun and shooting people.
But with that now, so the new like everywhere and any information we're getting is that if like you're asymptomatic, you're not going to have a fever.
That's right.
So if you're literally sick with COVID at that point, then you'll be refused. But if you're one of the many people who are asymptomatic and don't show symptoms, you're fine.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
just be asymptomatic.
It makes sense when they want to. It makes sense when they don't want to.
Yeah.
Like people gotta work and stuff, so we're like, oh, okay, we're gonna step over this. That quarantine stuff, it works for people that are not like useful. But like for the rest, it's all good,
Well, the camps just applied for like a special grant to get them to have more than X amount of people in a facility at a certain time. So, you can't go anywhere else, pretty much anywhere in society right now with more than 15 people, I think is what they say. Or 50 at a store, like Costco's. But you can stick a couple of hundred people in camp.
Yeah. I can't believe the camps are planning on running.
So... And, there's going to be some things up in the air like we were talking about earlier. My roommate was telling me they originally told him you may not be able to go home on your days off. Once you're in camp, that's it. You're in camp till it's shut down.
That was one of the reasons I didn't want to go up there because I seen the 6-1. I could tell, like, even if you were going home on 6-1.
No, I did it before, and like I had to come back because I was moving at the same time. So I had one day to move my shit to my house, go back, work in a 6, come back. Man, I'll never do that again.
You're more tired.
That's the most dangerous thing you could do. Driving 63 south. When you just work a night shift, a whole night shift, get home and move your shit, and after come back, no, I'll never do that again.
Yeah, especially they're like, they throw these wacky fucking schedules, like 12-2 and 6-1, and then it's like, okay, like, so you guys can get your rest. Well, everyone's driving to fucking Edmonton.
Some guys Calgary.
Yeah, and you're more tired, like way more tired, and you're more fucked up out, like, you're in a rhythm, like when you're on day 11, day 12, then you got 2 days off, and you're all, even if you stay, like, I know on night shift anyways, even if you're just stay at home or you stay up in McMurray for 2 days off, you're still all fucked up, like, after the...
Yeah.
I liked the 24-4 when I first started at this racket. You at least 4 days off, you sleep for a day, you got 3 days off to do, banking, billing, shopping, whatever, catch up on life. and then you go back to work, you make money. You know, it's the same as 6 and 1 at the end of a month, 24/4.
Yeah.
Except you got more family time.
And you're not supposed to be doing that all year anyway, so you're gonna have a few months off, and you bank up. But like if you do 6 and 1, like I mean, your time off doesn't like you're not really on time off because you're just trying to rest. And like I said last episode, our body is like a car, and we need to refuel sometimes. And one day is not enough to refuel.
It's not, no. And like the longest run I did was 43 days, and it actually was super easy to get up and go to work. You turn into a robot, like you wake up 5 minutes before your alarm. I didn't think I was tired, but I had like 4 days off afterwards because I got caught working that many days, and I slept for pretty much 4 straight days.
No, you definitely realize how worn out you are
when you get home.
Yeah, once you get those days off. Yeah.
You know, but that's greed, I guess.
It's Boilermaker life.
That's Boilermaker life in the mud drum, baby.
In the mud drum, baby.
Well, I don't know. I think we'll wrap this one up. I think and
sure. Is there anything that you want to talk about before we leave? Something interesting? Some shit? I don't know.
No, I'm good unless you guys, you know. I got attacked by a cat the other day.
Oh yeah,
that story. It's a pretty funny story.
Oh shit! I thought it was a joke, man. I thought it was like you were doing a full-on stand-up comic on Facebook.
No. So my neighbor, she's a retired nurse, very nice lady, single woman, and we rake her lawn and we shovel her driveway, and we're always doing nice things for her, you know. So she came over the other day when we were doing some yard work, and she was all frantic that her cat got away. And she was like, you know, if you see an orange cat, can you please bring it back to me? Like, you know, it's a house cat. It never gets out. So I was like, oh, yeah, no problem. Didn't think anything of it. So that night I went for a walk around, 9:30. And as I was finishing my walk, I see, like, this orange cat coming out of her yard. So I was like, I called the cat over, The cat came over. I pet the cat for a little while. Cat was super friendly, so I picked the cat up and I was like, all right, we're gonna go home. And I like walked to the lady's door, and the cat was like, a little antsy, but I was petting her. She was purring, and then I rang the doorbell and the dogs barked, and this cat lost its fucking mind, man. It like ran up and around me 6 or 7 times. I had a brand new shirt. The shirt was shredded. There was about 15 holes in it. This cat gave it to me, man. Like, I had about 25 cuts over my body. It got me in my ear, my side of my head. So I'm trying to hold this cat because I hear the lady coming at the door, and I didn't want her cat to get away. And anyway, just as the lady gets to the door, this cat like scrubs my whole ear, and I like let the cat go. So the lady answers the door. I'm covered in cat fur. My whole, like, I'm bleeding in at least 15 spots. It was almost like a Looney Tunes episode where you see, like, the beat up, that little coyote. And I was like, well, I had your cat, but the cat got away. And she looked at me and she's like, I picked my cat up about an hour ago in the backyard. That wasn't my cat.
Oh, that's being nice.
So all I could do was laugh, man. I was like, no wonder the cat lost its mind. It thought I was like gonna feed it to the dogs. So like I went home. I had to throw the shirt away. I had to clean my wounds, put some polysporin on them. But
that's funny.
Yeah,
man.
I won't be doing the neighborly thing anymore, man. I'll just be mind my own business.
Yeah, fuck your cat, man.
Yeah, those cats are vicious, man.
All right, well, Chris, thank you so much for coming out.
Yeah,
to
thanks for having me. Good luck on your episodes of the Mud Drum.
You're more than welcome to come out any other time.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Like I said, if we're all gonna be at Scottsford, we'll try to record maybe once a week or whatever.
We should get him stat checking and shit because he's better than my computer.
Oh yeah, got more facts in his head, eh?
Yeah, fuck. By the time I'm trying.
Well, I don't have cable, man, so I live on the internet, right?
And so if any of you guys want, or if you guys like the content we're putting out, like and subscribe, and you'll be able to get new videos all the time when we post them and everything like that. And
more subscribe, more videos. That's how it works.
And if you guys want us to talk about something or topics to talk about, I don't know, shoot us a message or comment on the video, and we can talk about that. And if you want to be on the show, hit us up. Justin set up that email in themuddrum@gmail.com. You can email or you can just comment or shoot us a message on Facebook or whatever.
It would be nice to get an old timer too, because now we got all that. We're in the new generation
they got
more.
The good stories, man.
Yeah,
that'd be funny. Like, and those guys, like, they got whatever, like hunting stories or whatever. Like, I enjoy those stories all the time, and scary stories and whatever, and that's why we're in the boulder making, because it's like there's that little tingly feeling in your balls. You do something you shouldn't